Boy, this tea today, man. I didn't plan on making any more videos today, but I just got some more breaking news that an auto group bigger than Auto Nation could be pulling out from Dodge as well. Wow. Guys, before we get into today's video, I got to talk about the sponsors here at the channel, and that's Morgan & Morgan Attorneys at Law. If you're looking for a personal injury attorney, you'll find none larger than Morgan & Morgan, handling over 20 million phone calls in just 2023 alone. The billboards that you may see all around the country that says size matters, they mean that. When you're going up against massive insurance companies, you need a massive law firm to go head-to-head with them. You can get started with them at 8 clicks or less from any one of these smartphones by going to forthepeople.com/TK's Garage. Again, that's forthepeople.com/TK's Garage. And I appreciate them for allowing me to do what I do. All right, guys. So there's a lot of different brands. Oh, shout out to the Destroyer1320.com. I got the fresh shirt on today. The I Hate Thieves shirt. Got more auto theft videos coming for you guys soon, too. But Lithia Motors, if you haven't heard of them, they're bigger than Auto Nation. They do financing, they do sales, they do all kinds of stuff. They're kind of like a one-stop shop when it comes to cars. They own the Desert 215 store here in Nevada. Now, what's crazy is one of the general managers from a store that's not here, not in this state, hits me up. Says, hey, do you got time to talk? Usually when I get those emails, I'm like, yeah, this is BS. I was like, I'm busy, because I was at the time. I'm literally dealing with valve stems coming out of, complete valve stem just coming out of a tire. That was, went right back in. Interesting. If you're on my Instagram, then you see my stories. You know what I'm talking about. But, yeah, super glued it, put it right back together. It seems to be fine. I know that sounds super safe. Anyways, so this happens. I get the email. I said, look, I can shoot you a text. What's your phone number? Right? I'll shoot you a text. We can go from there. So I shoot him a text. He goes, look, I'm the GM at XYZ, your mama's dealership. All right. And he goes, there's an internal memos at Lithia now that depending on how the electric, as the first ones get here, depending how the electric Charger RT and Charger Scat Pack sells will determine whether they abandon Stellantis dealerships, and their highest performing general managers that are already at Dodge dealerships, they're already moving them to other brands. That is a massive wake-up call. I didn't expect to, and this is so crazy because we literally just stumbled upon this, right? It wasn't like I was looking for it. And I'm so sick of the, oh, TK just hates Dodge. Oh, TK's just hating. Oh, disrespectfully, go eat a big one too. Choke on it, the whole thing. I probably had to edit that, but whatever. What I found interesting was if a Auto Nation is already moving general managers or giving them the opportunity not to go down with the ship and do other stuff. A company bigger than them, Lithia Motors, is already taking their high-performing dealers from Dodge dealerships and moving them to other brands. It's like they see the writing on the wall. Or am I wrong? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I am completely taking this the wrong way. But I don't think I am. I think I am, as a dealer myself, I think these dealers now are seeing how long these RTs, Hornets, and just the regular Hornets are just sitting. They are not selling. They are not. They are the one, I don't want to say they're the highest in supply of a vehicle, because that might be wrong. But if it's not, it's one of the highest. Like they have over a year of inventory. If no more Hornets were made, dealers could still be selling them a year from now. That's crazy. And I think they see that, and they see the public, and it went this fast. This is why in the auto business, like, decisions you make can make or break you. And when Dodge was first starting the Banshee project, the IE CUDA, whatever you want to call it, program, and they were putting this electric car that was going to be able to do a 4-wheel burnout and all this other stuff, it was cool, right? The Plaid was out. It was getting all kinds of hype. And then the public turned on electric vehicles en masse. So much so that manufacturers like Ford are like, we'll still make Lightnings, but we're not going to ever make as many as we have. We're not making Mustang Mach-E's. Like, GM discontinued making the Bolt, and you don't see them rushing to get the Silverado to market, do you? Because nobody wants them. Nobody wants them. They're cumbersome. They don't have a good, reliable charging network. It would be the same thing for a gas car. If there were no gas stations between here and Albuquerque, New Mexico, am I going to try to fill the tank and hope I can make it to Albuquerque before I get to the next gas station? Hell no. I need to make sure that there's gas stations in between to hope that I can get there. You know what I'm saying? And it's the same thing for electric cars. And now you have, I don't know if Lithia is the largest. I know they're bigger than AutoNation. But and here's the thing, they let Stellantis know. They didn't just say, hey, they literally said, we're going to see how these sell in a quarter when we get them. And if they don't sell, we're out. That's huge news. Because if you have a auto group, Lithia Motors size, pulling out, and you have a group like AutoNation, I don't care about all the super Dodge fanboys. I love Dodge. I don't care about all the super Dodge fanboys in the comments going, well, other groups will just pick all those dealerships. No, they won't. They can't sell what they have now. No, they won't. They sure won't. There'll be a lot less dealerships. But I get it. I know you guys are going to be like, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Just like Demons weren't going to be blowing motors, and Challengers keep cracking windows, and body panels aren't glued together, and there's more buyback cars. Another person hit me up an email today. Their whole back end wasn't glued together. They're having trouble getting their car brought back. Story after story after story. Now, I know these cars are mass produced. That's the next excuse, right? These cars are mass produced. If there's 30,000 something of these cars made, TK, and 100 of them have problems, then Dodge should make sure that they never make it to the press and that they take care of those 100 issues. But they don't. And that's just the facts. You don't have to like it. Personally, I could give two shits. I don't care if you like it. You don't have to come here and watch these videos. But this is definitely big news. Big news. And if other GMs and stuff are starting to hit me up to tell me the inside news, how long do you think it is before a Car Scoops or Auto Evolution or one of these, The Drive or somebody else ends up getting the same hits from the same sources and starts writing articles? How fast do you think that stock's going to tank? I'll give you a clue. Very fast.